What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode. It's your boy Napoleon, and you know, today we're gonna start something special, something I've been putting off for a while, and now I think it's time because I really want to drive this car something fierce. So I don't know if the thumbnail is gonna say it, but I will say it for you. So we're working on Ivy today. So this is Ivy. This is my built 2.3 liter stroker Evo 8 with a big turbo 6262 on it. Pretty much everything done, but, well, I'm not gonna say everything, but most of the things done on it. It's got a built transfer case. Like I said before, 2.3 liter. It's got bigger injectors. Obviously, like, it makes 550 horsepower. But the problem is that I don't really drive it that often. One of two things is going on with it. One, I have an oil leak. That's why I usually carry these things around with me all the time. And two, I have a transmission leak, which pretty much all of it leaked out already. So how do I know this? I drove it to work one day and it was making a horrible racket, and I couldn't figure out why till I figured out it didn't have any fluid in the transmission anymore. So hopefully, I don't live very far away from work, 6 minutes, so it really didn't do that much damage to the car. I actually drove it to the job and then pretty much right back, to be honest with you. I didn't really drive it too far just because I didn't really want anything to get messed up on it. So usually I drive it everywhere, take pictures, do this, do that. But on today's video, I have a bunch of stuff in the background over here that I am going to be changing. So, little backstory with this car. So, when I was doing my tuning, my builder actually told me about everything that I could make with this car. So, upwards of well, maxing my turbo out at around 700 horsepower. So, I'd probably be happy with 650, because that's what I realistically think it's probably going to make. But I need to do a full E85 setup. So right now this car is not set up for E85. I think it's running like 1200 cc injectors, something like that. But if you guys know, it runs 1200 cc injector fat injectors. So you know, PTE, I think, are the or Blue Max, I think they're called, FIC Blue Max, which are the fat boys. So I'm going to be going to a set of, what are these? I think these are it, actually. Hold on one second. Nope. So these were a set of one of the ones that were on there, precision PTEs or whatever. I think these are like 1200 cc injectors. I can't really remember, but I do have oh, maybe these are it right here. Hold on one second here. So I have a bunch of stuff just put everywhere, but I think I have, nope, those ain't it either. Jesus, where? So I do have a set of injectors around here somewhere. They're pretty large. I think they are somewhere around, if I had to guess, somewhere around the 2000 cc injector range, somewhere around there. They're somewhere around here. I can't find where they are, but yeah. Yeah, like I said before, they're around here somewhere. But I do have a set of bigger injectors. So that's the biggest part of it right now, bigger injectors, and I need a second fuel pump. So right now I'm running a single. So when I tell you I've had this car for a very, very long time. They didn't have 320s. They didn't have you know, 450s like CC, you know, Walboro fuel pumps. They didn't have any of that. All they had was 255s, and maybe a little bit bigger than that, but they didn't have anything larger. So nothing, especially nothing E85 compatible. So I never really messed around with it. So I think with this car, not as of right now, I want to fix a couple things before I go and do that. But I want to try to go E85 setup in the near future. So if you guys know, with this GTR, I had to get, I got tuned on E85 with it set up, and I never really used any of the E85, so it's just been sitting in the back. So I'm either gonna sell it or I'm gonna use it for Ivy here. So when I get tuned for that. So that's neither here nor there, but I have major issues with this car right now. So I have no transmission or no gear oil in my transmission. I think that my when I was getting tuned, my tuner said that there was something wrong with my clutch. So I run a competition single disc 6-puck sprung disc. I think I said that right. I think that's all. I think that's all I have. I don't know if I have a lightweight flywheel, but anyway, I have a lot of stuff going on with this transmission, but I had it rebuilt and, well, actually built by RRT Tuning up in Connecticut. And I'm not exactly sure if they sealed my transmission correctly. Rafe is a good guy, so I'm not blaming him, but it took a couple of years to actually like drip out, so it kind of sucks. But I'll show you what I got on the table here. So in this box here, I have a bunch of seals. So I have, move all this stuff. So I have a transmission axle seal for the driver's side. I have a rear main seal. I have an oil pump seal. So I think I have a leak at the oil pump. So I'm gonna probably change that. Not in this video, but probably soon. This is the seal. The seal for the transfer case, the O-ring for the transfer case. And then this is the transfer case seal that goes around the transfer case that mates to the transmission. So all of these seals I got. I do have a clutch in here, so we will get into what this is in you know, a couple, like once I actually take this bad boy out and we're ready to slap this bad boy on, we will be doing that. And then the next thing I have is a bunch of stuff from Extreme PSI. So in this one, I do have a new oil pan gasket. I have a turbo gasket. And then I have two barbed fittings here. These are AN10s, push style fittings. One for the pan, one for the turbo. So I honestly think that I've been having a lot of issues from my turbo down my return line at the AN fitting. So every single thing that I do, nothing helps. So I got this line as well. So this AN10 line. So I'm gonna just push style fitting from here to the bottom, and then that's it. And then obviously I have a new clutch. One of the things I will preface you whenever you want to try to do this, because I'm gonna be pulling out my transmission. That is the goal for this video. Get this transmission out, and we're already like 8 minutes in, so wasting a lot of time. But that is the goal for this video. Try to get this transmission out, and it is going to be a lot of steps. Well, I don't know if I'm going to get it all done in this video, honestly. Most of it, because I actually pull most of the transmission or most of the front end apart when I do this. But let's get to it. I have a lot of room over here in the garage because I moved all my cars around, obviously, to put Ivy over here. But yeah, so let's get right to it. Ladies and gentlemen, folks, so I'll tell you what I did right now. So I do have a Mishimoto radiator. So I pulled this plug here and my lower intercooler pipe is in the way, so it does get a little annoying. It's like everywhere, it gets everywhere. So, and then after that was done, kind of made sure I cleaned up my floor just a little bit, and then I pulled this side of the radiator, so this hose here. So not that bad, but it does get a little bit messy. So from now, everything should be pretty simple. I don't think it should be that crazy now. This would be the nastiest, you know, stuff that you're gonna really deal with. You're gonna deal with some gear oil, I'm gonna guess, but it won't be that crazy. So I think the next thing I'm gonna do, let this thing down, pull the radiator, and then I'll let it back up, and I'll pull some of the exhaust here so that when it tilts like this, pulling out the transmission, that I won't really have that much of an issue. So yeah, let's get to it. Let me show you a couple things. So hopefully it's light enough that you can actually see underneath here, but anybody that's been in the Evo game understands what's going on here. So you see, look at that. I have just transmission gear oil everywhere, just oil everywhere. And I actually don't know where it's coming from. There's stuff here. So I don't know exactly where that's coming from. It's from this side of the engine. So I want to try to get that. Look at how much this is. Like, it probably could be coming from this here, but I don't exactly know. So I mean, like I said before, I have a lot of stuff going on, and when I tell you there's really, I don't know what's happening here. I really don't. Like, you know, I don't know if it's, you know, maybe I might not have to split the case. I don't know, maybe the case is good. I can't really tell. This seems all dry up here. So it seems like all the gear oil is coming out of this spot here. So maybe I might not have to, split the case here. So, which is a good thing, honestly. So that's what I was actually planning on doing. Planning on splitting the case and resealing it, but it looks like it's just coming from the transfer case side. So if it's coming from the transfer case side, then honestly, it looks like what I might just do is obviously replace that rear main seal while I'm in there and replace all those gaskets, honestly. So that might be a good thing, honestly. It might be a good thing. So yeah, this is all pretty dry. This is all pretty dry for the most part. The transmission itself is pretty dry. It's just by the transfer case. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that could be the only thing I got going on that side. So hopefully I can just throw the clutch in without splitting the case. And that would make everything so much better, so much easier. So I know this is somewhat of a long video already. So yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely going to split this up, but I definitely want to get this transmission out today. So what I might just do is put you guys on time lapse and just knock this whole thing out. Next thing I'm going to do is pull this you know, center brace here. I'm going to pull the axles and such, pull all those out and make sure that's good. So it doesn't look like this side is, well, I don't know. I can't really tell. Maybe I should just get a seal for that, honestly. But I got a new seal for this side over here because I thought I was just going to be working on only the transmission, but it looks like the transfer case is my main issue, so I'm going to try to get that done. So back to it. Another 6 minutes in, so geez, this is going to be a long video. So yeah, like I said before, the point of this video is to try to get this transmission out, so let's just keep going. Okay, all right, kind of tired now. So I do have the transmission out, obviously, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't really see anything that's like crazy. So honestly, I do think that it is probably just the transfer case. So it's coming out of over here, so it could be coming out of up here, but for the most part I think that it's coming from right here, so which kind of sucks. So hopefully the gaskets that I do have, they will go and they will sit up against here with no problem, and I won't have any kind of issues, but I won't know until I actually put everything back together and try it. There is a gasket that goes here, gasket that goes around here, and I think there's a gasket that mates up to this, but I'm not exactly sure, to be honest with you. I'm not exactly sure how the I don't know if that one, if this one, I don't know if this one here goes into this spot here. No, it doesn't. So I don't know exactly what's going on. So I have to figure out which gasket goes where, and then we can kind of go from there. So before I let you guys go, I did find my injectors. They were they're ID 2000s, so ID 2000s, And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna real quick, I'm gonna pull this clutch off to see the type of life that it's still got left on it, if it's got any kind of life left on it, and then we can kind of go from there. Because obviously I don't have any. I don't know what the hell is happening, so we'll figure out together. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, folks. So I got this clutch out, and yeah, it's seen better days. I'll tell you that. Seen better days. So if you're looking at this, the pressure plate here, you can see a bunch of hot spots all over the place, so it's definitely seen better days, but it was a good clutch while it lasted. On the clutch itself, you can definitely see there's chunks missing here, here's a big one here. The backside you got here. So I don't know exactly what happened with this clutch, but it just didn't meet my expectations here. The good thing about this here is that this is a Fidenza flywheel, so I can at least take these out and have this redone, or I can just like change out the whole center plate, you know what I mean? So it's really not that big of a deal. So I'm definitely gonna save that, clean that up, and make sure that that looks good. Put that over to the side for something else that I could possibly use in the future. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. I think I'm done for today. I'm beyond tired now, and this car is just like, you know, I don't know. You know how it goes with cars, you know what I'm saying? And this one in particular I've had for a very, very, very long time, and I really haven't had any issues up until now. So yeah, I just want to make sure that I get everything correct on this. From what it looks like, honestly, let me take my light here. Take my light and look at this, and you can tell, doesn't look like there's a lot. There's some fluid here, so definitely gonna change this out for sure and make sure that that's good. I'm gonna change these out. So this is that one you know, what you call it, seal or whatever, that it goes right here. So, and then the that little O-ring seal goes right there. There's a little washer there. So yeah, there's a couple things I have to kind of get done and make sure that I do it good, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, this is where I'm gonna leave this video off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I didn't really get to putting this thing in, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up this this transmission, make sure everything is solid with it. Hopefully it doesn't have any kind of issues, which I don't think it does, honestly. Yeah, it feels still pretty good. So not gonna be too crazy about it. Next episode we will get to actually putting this clutch back on and putting everything back together. So it should be pretty good, pretty simple, pretty easy, and hopefully you guys will stay tuned for that. And then we can get on to all the rest of our stuff here, switching out all those gaskets and such. But yeah, this is where I'm gonna leave you guys off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe if you did like. If I'm doing something right, wrong, indifferent, you like my content, please let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, deuces.